All right, I'm gonna start this out by saying ignorant people, they don't deserve freedom. I'm about to get busy. Ignorant people, they don't deserve freedom. I'm in public right now, and this is where I like to do these videos the most, in public, because it's real time. It's real time, and I got all these examples around me. And I was sitting and eating, right? I was in the food court and I was eating. I'm always like low key, but I'll be observing everything. That's why I always say become an observer. I consider myself like a jaguar, you know. And if I had to pick another animal type, I would be like a hawk or something with that bird's eye view of everything. I would be like away from everybody, but just looking down from the best perspective, which is the bird's eye view. And you know, something came to mind, like ignorant people, they don't deserve freedom. And when I was in that food court, I was just looking at people, and I was saying to myself, if you gave these people freedom, what would they do with it? Only thing they would do, like, say if we did have a world where we didn't have to spend money. Okay, all cool. But what would they do with it? What would a bunch of ignorant people do with freedom? The world would still be the same condition, except we just wouldn't be using money. But it'll be the same ignorance. It'll be the same ignorance everywhere around. The only difference, the money system wouldn't be here, and people would be, you know, living in houses for free. Okay, and it'll still be the same nonsense. It'll still be the same cliquish behavior. It'll still be, they'll create a new type of societal norm. Like, you think we would have evolved past it if they got rid of money and having to go to work and all of that? But then when I thought about it, I said, it'll be the same condition, because ignorance don't deserve freedom because they don't know what to do with it. Just like I think sometimes when I be giving this information, I think it goes over the heads of a lot of people. But nevertheless, I'm going to still say it because I know somebody out there can resonate with what I'm saying. If not, I wouldn't have any subscribers. So we do have subscribers, so somebody is getting this message. But if you gave them freedom, I mean, like, it's almost like letting animals loose in your house. Say if you got a dog, right, and a cat, and if you don't put them in a cage when you go to work, when you come home, all of the tablecloths will be yanked off the table. Dog food will be scattered all over the carpet. They'll mess all over the place. Even though because they would have freedom, but they wouldn't know what to do with it inside of a home. They wouldn't, you know, they would just go, wow. So in a way, just bouncing off that analogy, in a way, I understand why they have these restrictions in this world. Because they understand that they dealing with a bunch of fools. Let's just call it how it is. If they let these people just run around, it'll be worse than a zoo, man. And that's why I hate being on the same surface with these people. Do y'all ever feel that way? Like, just having to walk outside and it's a beautiful day. You see the sun, and then, boom, here go one of them up in your face. You be like, damn, I was having a good day. But that constant reminder that they still exist around you. I thought about that. I was like, you know what? You give these fools freedom and the world would still be fucked up. They don't deserve freedom, man. Ignorant people don't deserve freedom. They don't know what to do with it. And not only that, That thought I had, it was followed up by this. As I was looking at people, I realized that these people, these HPBs, they are incapable of producing an honest, self-created thought, absent from the influence of someone else. They don't have no originality in them. So they can't think about truth. They can't ponder on things that I'm saying to you right now. They're incapable of doing it. So if you give freedom to an incapable being like that, if you give freedom to an incapable being like that, what they gonna do with it, man? They'll make the world worse. They don't have no patience, no self-control. So I understand why they have stoplights now, because these people don't got self-control. They'll be running through the intersection because they fools. And that's why I can't really fault the entire HPB system, because in a sense, the people who run this, they understand everything that left side of the brain is saying. They understand that it's true. But they also understand that, like I said, the law of ignorance, that's one of the laws that that's one of the 6 laws that governs this HPB system. They understand that by applying the law of ignorance upon this population, that it will keep them levitated or above the regular people, the proletariat. That's the word. It'll keep them above the proletariat population. They understand that. And that revelation hit me like, you know what? Left side of the brain. Ignorance does not deserve freedom. What would they do with it? It would be like giving babies the keys to a car. Only thing they're gonna do is hurt themselves. They'll just hurt themselves, man. So I understand, in a sense, why they need to be constrained. But I also understand that it's a reason why the ones who control them, why they do restrain them. But I'm saying, on the back end of that, I can't fault them 100%. Because I don't even think they should be free. They ignorant. Ignorance does not deserve freedom. Do you understand what I'm saying? Act like you right here with me, and I'm talking to you right in your ear. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ignorance does not deserve freedom. And something else came to me while we on this wave. Something else came to me, and you know, this world, man, when I just observe people, I realize that this world, as far as these ignorant people go, none of this stuff that I'm saying applies to them, far as their survival. Like, everything I'm saying is for people who are awoke. I hate even saying that. That sounds like that Me Too movement. I don't like using that word. You know how they be saying that, you know how they say that woke thing? I don't like saying that, because what they be talking about is something different. That's that little nature boy stuff. Like, this channel ain't like that. Like, when I don't even want to use their terminology. Let me rinse my mouth out with soap. But this type of, what I mean is, this type of information is people that can see, like us, the United Souls. That's why I made my own terminology anyway, because I don't want y'all to confuse me with that stuff like nature boy and all them astrology, all that fake stuff, man. This channel ain't about that. This is a real channel right here. But anyway, back what I was saying. You know, I realized that none of this stuff I say is for people like them. They don't need it to thrive. Only thing they need is a dick, a vagina, and a plate of food. That's why they walk around like kids in a candy store. They don't care about anything like this because it don't apply to them. It means nothing to them. Like I seen this dude and his girlfriend or whatever they call themselves at the table, like in the food court, right? And they was eating. And I was just looking and I was like, what kind of conversation could they be having, man? I mean, they're not talking about, what would they be possibly talking about? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what could they be talking about? What is he saying that gets that girl, like, in the mood to have sex? Or what can they even be breaking up about in an argument, in a relationship? They stupid. So what is he saying? Like, he is perfectly formatted for a female. He think like a female. He don't think like I'm thinking. So how can he even have a argument or a breakup with his girlfriend when you are stupid and you are a human prison bar? Y'all get what I'm saying? So I was just looking at them and I was thinking, like, look at these fools, man. And I was saying to myself, everything I'm seeing, it just validates everything I'll be saying. Like, they accept ignorance. They date ignorant men. They get pregnant by them and not see why the world is like it is, because it's just a continual cycle of foolishness. Ignorant people having babies. If you look at this channel and you observe these videos and you walk around this world and you begin to see everything I'll be saying, if you end up getting a female pregnant, you need to stamp dummy on your forehead. Actually, you need to stamp dummy on your forehead. You the biggest fool ever, man. You a complete fool. You will have to be a complete idiot. Yeah, I'm turning it up. I told y'all that. I'm turning it up. Only the real people gonna be able to stay on this channel. I'm telling you. We turning it up. And having said that, I realized that this whole thing, this whole life on this planet, in this solar system, on this planet Earth, this whole life is in favor or leans towards the female. Every aspect of it. Every aspect of it. The relationship is for her benefit. The marriage is for her benefit. The sex is for her benefit. You think the sex is for the benefit of you. I know you think that as a man. You think you getting off when you sleeping with a woman and fucking a woman, but it's her benefit. Because eventually, it all boils down to this. She is going to get pregnant. And when she do, the fun of that sex is going to leave the bedroom. Because then you're going to be stuck with a child. You're going to be stuck with a responsibility. And you're going to be stuck with that. I ain't going to say what I want to say. But you're going to be stuck with that female for the rest of your life. And when you have that child, the court owns you. This system owns you. Let me say something else while I'm at it. Because this is a human prison bar system, you don't own a woman. Any woman that's in this world, she has a receipt on her, meaning they can take her back. That receipt is her social security number. Just like this clothing tag, you see how I got a receipt and a number? You got a number just like that. So that means they own you. And if you have a wife, she just lent out to you. They just lending you the woman. This world is based upon money and money loans, credit and debt. So when you with a woman, she's just like a loan from the human prison bar system. That's it. And to be with her, you got to trade something. You got to trade your soul. Like a stock market. Everything that this world revolves around is money. You got to think about it like a business. None of this is leisure. This is serious because a soul is at stake. They want your soul. They want you to get her pregnant. They want your sperm. They want your seed. I told y'all I'm turning it up. I'm turning it up on this channel. And nothing in this world is worth more than a human being. That's why when America went bankrupt in the 20s, during the Great Depression, they came out with the Social Security number and the using humans as a form of debt. You became collateral, the human being. It's nothing worth more than a human being. They own your wife. That's why when you and your wife go to paternity court, they turn the children over to your wife. They letting you know as a man that you don't have no power in this. This is the woman's, this is a female universe we live in. You as the man, you are trapped here because of the law of ignorance. So you don't deserve freedom because you ignorant. You can cry and whine about it, but you stuck here because you ignorant. That's why you stuck here. That's the law of ignorance that I teach about. It's 6 laws that runs this system. 6 laws. And they don't work outside of those 6 laws. And thank you, Spirit. The reason why it's 6 laws, the Spirit just dropped this in my spirit, because it's in alignment with the mark of the beast. We living in a 666 system. So it's 6 laws that governs this HPB system that we live in. I'm telling you. Keep taking this channel for a joke. I'm trying to tell y'all, this channel right here, what I'm saying, it don't get no realer than this. Telling y'all, man. Everything I say on this channel is real. This is how this thing operates. And I noticed something else. Haven't you noticed more and more of these like lesbians on like the police force, on mall security? The Spirit showed me what that's about. What they doing is they are replacing genuine real men like myself, and they replacing them with females. And at the same time, what's happening is everybody has been desensitized to the natural laws of nature. So nobody says nothing about like women acting like men, and being like on security forces and, you know, walking around doing male jobs. And then you have men acting more and more feminine. So what is happening is when you see these females being placed in these traditional male positions, it's a subliminal message that's being sent out. And what that message is this right here. What it's saying is your manhood is no longer necessary. That's what they're telling you. Your manhood is no longer necessary. So when you see that, when you see women and they in those positions that males traditionally hold, it's a subliminal that they sending out. And it also means this, that your malehood, your real man nature is going extinct. It's a sign. It's a sign of the times. It's an end time sign that your male leadership is extinct. Manhood is not just having a penis, people. Manhood is about knowing the truth. You are not a man if you don't know how the world that you live in operates. It's almost like having an automobile and not it's almost like having an automobile and not knowing not one single thing about it. You don't know how to change the oil. You don't know how to put gas in it. That's very feminine to not know not one single thing about your vehicle. Now, apply that to this world. If you're a man and you live in this world and you don't know what time it is, and if you don't know what's going on out here, you're not a man. You're a part of the problem, because you will be, some kid somewhere is going to be looking up at you like a man, but you're really not a man. A child learns through observation, and that child is going to look up to you and be like, in their mind, it's going to be absorbing all of the data that it sees like a sponge, and in that child's mind is going to say that this is how a man behaves, but that's not how a man behaves. But that child doesn't know the difference if it doesn't have another example. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. Like, this world, I mean, it's corrupt, man. I mean, how many ways can I say it? It's corrupt. And by being ignorant, you're not helping the problem. You adding to it. I don't like ignorant people. I don't like them, man, because they create a certain atmosphere. Ooh, that's another thing. When you're around people like myself, and they talking about this type of information, the atmosphere even feels cleaner. But when you're around like a bunch of ignorance, you can tell. That's where that feeling comes in. When you feel like you don't fit in, what's causing that is ignorance. You can tell that you're around a bunch of ignorant people. That's what makes you feel like you're not at home and like you don't fit in. It's not the people, it's the ignorance inside of them. Because you can get around a group of people like myself who think a certain way, and you can feel it in the atmosphere. You may not have seen that person before in life, but you and that person's spirit connects. And if enough of you get together in an atmosphere, the room will feel inviting. So that's another, tidbit of information. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of these people, man, they just walking around. Like I said, they just getting pregnant, having babies. What else? They eating. They in our way, basically. They just eating, waking up, having babies. They not doing nothing to heal the world, man. They ain't doing nothing, man. And it's like, but at the same time, they give you a lot to think about. I can tell you that. They give you a lot to think about. I mean, they are very entertaining. I can tell you that much. Man, just to observe these people, man, like, and all of this stuff, man, is like, it benefits the woman, man, because men around women, they very dishonest with themselves. They like, a man, you don't want to be holding hands with a woman. You don't want to be in a relationship. Only thing you trying to do is cup some booty in your hand, smack some ass, throw some dick in her mouth, suck some titties. You're just trying to do some exotic shit like that. You're not trying to be in no relationship, but that's the trade-off deal. That's the shit that you got to do in order to get with them, in order to be down with this system, in order to have children. You got to revolve around the way they want it done, or else you don't get to participate. Feel what I'm saying? Or else they're not going to let you participate. They control this thing, man. Shit. They're not gonna tell you this stuff that I'm telling you. Has any woman in your life ever told you this? What I'm saying? No. You think they ever is? No. Oh, why is that? Why you think? Because they the culprit. And it's not that they are the culprit only. It's just that they don't produce the thoughts, man. They don't. This type of stuff come from a man. God gave this to a man because we supposed to be the ones to lead, not women. We supposed to be the leaders, man. But if you walking around acting feminine, talking about what's your astrology and all that, then you aiding and abetting them. You hurting the cause, man. We don't need you around us like that. You're a waste of testosterone. You're a waste of muscles. That's what this Jaguar thing is about. I'm an alpha male because I know the truth. That's another thing. You can't be an alpha male if you don't know the truth. You're not a real alpha male if you don't know the truth. So you go ahead and add that to the collection of everything else we say. Go ahead and put that in your notes. You are not a real alpha male if you don't know the truth. So go ahead and note that as well. There's no way you can be a man. You mean to tell me you're a man and you live your whole life and you never figure this stuff out? Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you for even having children. That's what I'm trying to say, man. Like, y'all better do whatever you want to do. Yeah, do whatever you want to do. I know you're going to keep listening to the astrology reader, nature boy. Y'all think that's knowledge. Y'all think that fake stuff is knowledge. I'm going to do a video on that too. About all of these little fake feminine ass men acting like they conscious and all that type of shit. I'm going to do a video on that, man. I separate myself from that stuff, man. I separate myself from that stuff. Shit. I'm just sightseeing now before I get out of here. I'm doing good. Shit, a calculator don't have to know all of this stuff I'm saying to give you the right answer to a math problem. That's another thing. Just because somebody is earthly smart and got a high IQ, that don't mean they spiritually smart or gifted. A calculator can give you answers all day to math problems. That don't mean it's going to tell you how to get out of the human prison bar system. It ain't going to tell you that this man is a feminine beta. It ain't going to give you answers like that. Yeah, these people, some of them can be polite and say, how you doing? And hi, how many people's in your company? Where would you like to be seated? Like a waiter does. They can do all of the formalities and all of that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, all of them nice formalities and all of that, if that stuff ain't telling you the truth, then it don't serve you no good. It don't serve you no purpose. But do what you do with the information, man. Do what you do with the information. Bar none, you ain't gonna find nothing like this nowhere else. I'm not saying that out of arrogance, because the truth isn't arrogant, because I'm only telling the truth. I'm saying that I'm boasting in the truth. You're not gonna find this type information nowhere else. This left side of the brain thing that we have, you better be grateful for this, because you know how YouTube is, you know how they do on their platforms, and you know how they censor information. So if I was you, I would be saving these videos, I would be downloading it, uploading it on your own channels, spreading the information, because you're not going to get this nowhere else. And with that, I want to say shout outs to everybody who been staying faithful to the channel. Shout out to all of the Patreon supporters. Shout out to everybody on the Instagram. Shout out to everybody who subscribed. Shout out to everybody who is down with the message. Shout out to everybody who hit the likes button. Shout outs to everybody who subscribes to the channel. And with that, I want to say peace out. This left side of the brain.